Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us.
Listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you has the power to shift your entire life, faster than you ever imagined. Not next year, not next month, tonight, starting now, there is one habit, one shift, one decision, that becomes the foundation for every success, every transformation, and every new beginning. People search for secrets, shortcuts, magic formulas, but life is much simpler than you think. The difference between the person who rises and the person who stays stuck comes down to one thing: the habit of daily commitment. Commitment is the moment you decide that your future matters more than your excuses. It's the moment you stop waiting to feel ready. It's the moment you stop negotiating with your mind. And it's the moment you draw a line in the sand and say, from today forward, I move with intention. When you take this step, something inside you shifts. Something wakes up. Something powerful begins to grow. And that something will change your life overnight. The truth is, most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they break promises to themselves. They fail because they wait for motivation, not realizing that motivation is the cheapest fuel in existence. It burns fast. It disappears quickly. It's unreliable. But commitment is nuclear. Commitment is long-term. Commitment is what remains when every feeling fades. There comes a moment in life where you realize you don't need more information, you need discipline. You don't need more inspiration, you need consistency. You don't need a bigger dream, you need to honor the one you already have. Successful people are not lucky. They are not special. They are consistent. They show up when it's cold, when it's dark, when it's lonely, when no one claps, when no one believes, when no one sees the effort. They show up because they made a decision that their future was worth suffering for. If you want your life to change this one thing: stop breaking the promises you make to yourself. Because every broken promise destroys your confidence. And every kept promise builds your identity. Your identity is the most powerful force in your life. When you start seeing yourself as someone who follows through, someone who shows up, someone who finishes what they start, your life elevates instantly. Overnight, the world adjusts to match your new identity. Think about it. You've had days where you were exhausted, overwhelmed, maybe even defeated, but you showed up anyway. You pushed through, and on those days, didn't you feel stronger? Didn't you walk differently? Didn't you feel a sense of pride you couldn't feel on an easy day? That's the truth about commitment. Your hardest days are the ones that build you the most. There's a story about a man who wanted to change his life. He tried everything: reading books, listening to motivational speakers, watching videos, attending seminars, but nothing lasted. Every time he tried to build a habit, he would fall off after a few days. So one day, he asked a mentor, "What do I need to do to transform my life?" The mentor looked at him and said, "Stop trying to change everything. Change one thing. Commit to one habit, one action, one promise, and don't break it. Do that long enough, and the rest of your life will line up behind it." That night, he made a decision. He wrote down one habit he would do every day: no excuses, no negotiations. And something incredible happened. Within weeks, his mind became clearer. Within months, his discipline became stronger. Within a year, his entire life transformed. Not because of 100 habits, but because of one. One habit he refused to break. One standard he refused to lower. One promise he refused to betray. That is the power of commitment. Not the commitment to the world, not the commitment to your friends, but the commitment to yourself, the most important agreement you will ever make. When you honor yourself, you become unstoppable. And here's the part people don't understand: you don't build discipline in the big moments. You build it in the small decisions no one sees. You build it when you wake up and choose to fight your old habits. You build it when you ignore distractions. You build it when you put down your phone and focus. You build it every time you say, just one more representative, one more page, one more hour, one more step. That is where success lives, in the tiny invisible choices that compound into a powerful future. You want your life to change overnight? Then do this tonight. Sit with yourself and choose one habit. Just one. A habit that aligns with the future you want. A habit that builds the person you're trying to become. A habit that challenges you, strengthens you, elevates you. And commit to it completely. No, maybe. No, when I feel like it. No, I'll start tomorrow. Decide, declare, lock in, and honor it every single day. When you wake up tomorrow, something inside you will feel different. You'll feel a sense of purpose, a sense of clarity, a sense of control. Because for the first time in a long time, you will feel like you're leading your life instead of watching it pass by. Every day won't be easy. Some days will test your willpower. Some days will push you to the edge. Some days you will want to quit. But those are the days that build the champion inside you. Those are the days that separate the weak from the strong. Those are the days that shape your future. If you can stay committed on the days you don't want to, the world cannot stop you. The one habit that changes your life overnight is the habit of keeping the promises you make to yourself. Because once you master that, you can master anything. Your mind becomes sharper, your discipline becomes stronger, your confidence becomes unshakable, your purpose becomes clearer, and your future opens in ways you couldn't imagine. Tonight can be the turning point of your life. Tonight can be the moment your story changes. The moment your old self dies and your new self is born. The moment you rise. The moment you decide that enough is enough. The moment you stop walking in circles and start walking forward with power. Make the decision. Choose the habit. Commit with everything you have. Because once you do, your life will never, ever be the same again.